Bossman Show. We got Terry Sims, Bethune-Cookman Wildcats out of Daytona Beach, Florida, down there. Coach, how you doing, man?
I'm great. How about you?
Coach, I can't complain one bit. Let me ask you this, Coach. Going back to last year, not playing ball for your young men and your staff, how was that year for you guys, not having to be out on the field and play and see other teams compete? You all couldn't get out there and compete.
It was tough, but one thing that we tried to get our guys to understand, I think they followed our lead. We caught up academically. We got a lot of guys, catching up on their classes, had a few more guys graduate, taking a few more hours, and just getting to understand and being able to understand the game more, using the time to really increase our football IQs as players. So I think it benefited us in some sense. It was tough watching people play, but we just continue to tell them we can only control what we can control, and we're going to only be concerned about the things that we can control.
Most definitely, Coach, and I would say that mental aspect of things really taught your guys a lesson for life, because adversity will hit you when you don't see it coming. Having to persevere through adversity will make you a stronger man going forward. So how do you kind of use that lesson for your young men every day to show them that they can get through anything? They got through 2020, probably the hardest year ever in their lives. And they're here today in 2021, still doing their thing, playing football in school, opportunity to be something great of their lives here going forward.
Right. And I think it was just that, we told them, if you made it through that, there's nothing that can stop you. It was something that was totally outside of our control. But, every guy remained focused, and we continued to move forward as a program. And I think, I have to definitely take my hat off to my staff, to our administration for continuing to hang in there with us and give us the things that we needed to continue to push our football team forward.
And Coach, having your guys back on campus here in the summertime here to get them kind of ready for this year, develop their bodies as well, because that on-field development is very important, getting their health-wise, nutrition, diet, and recovery. So how has that been, seeing your guys back and getting them ready for this year?
It's been great, having the guys around and watching them work out and watching them compete. All those things are great for us because it's been a while. We had the 15 days in the spring, but now we're getting ready for a season. Now everything that we've worked, towards is here now. So obviously we're being careful. We still have to go through a certain COVID protocol, but we're here, we're working, and everyone's excited to be here.
And Coach, tell us about how important it is to have a great strength program for conditioning and strength, because I tell you what, if a guy's not intact for his body, his recovery, his diet, nutrition, he can't play hard for you on Saturdays. Tell us about how having a good strength coach and nutrition program really help your guys be better and putting the right fuel in their bodies to compete on Saturdays.
Yeah, our strength staff, that works directly with our team, Corliss Fingers, our head strength coach, and James Whitener, our assistant, they do a great job.
Like Coach is froze.
I come in there.
Like you froze there, Coach. You're on mute, Coach. You're on mute.
What about now?
Yeah, you good.
All right. Yeah, I was saying, our strength coaches, they do just as much as, if not more, as our position coaches with preparing these guys, not just physically, but mentally on a day-to-day basis, preparing them to attack life, preparing them to win at life.
No doubt. And Coach, you got a non-conference schedule, man. You got UTEP, UCF, and the old MEAC 4 and SC State, the Bulldogs. Tell us about the non-conference schedule for y'all getting your new SWAT schedule here this year.
Well, I think it's great. We get a chance to go out and play UTEP first in our first non-conference game, and playing Central Florida. I think, if you play teams of that caliber, you play them to increase your game speed. A lot of people talk about different things about playing those guys, playing Power 5 schools or Group of 5 schools. My whole goal is to increase our team speed when we play those programs. And playing South Carolina State is just an old rivalry. And I think when you look at a team like South Carolina State, it's going to be a dogfight every time you go play them. And we want to play the best. You can't be the best until you play and beat the best. So we're looking for competition week in and week out. And I think we have it with our non-conference schedule. And I think we have a pretty tough conference schedule also, but we're just looking forward to it. We're looking forward to the competition.
And for you, this is your first year in the SWAC conference, leaving the MEAC, going to the SWAC. Tell us about that move for you guys being the SWAC East now.
Well, I think it's great. You know, we left a lot of old friends and old relationships and old rivalries in the MEAC, but change is good. And being in the SWAC, it gives us an opportunity to develop new relationships. We know most of the coaches in the league. We played against a SWAC school every year I've been here, at least one SWAC school. So we're familiar with the league. I coached 5 years in the league, 4 at Texas Southern, 1 at Prairie View. So I'm familiar with a lot of teams in the league, familiar with the areas that the teams are in. So we're just excited to be able to sit and create new relationships, find old friends, and just have a competition week in and week out. And that's what's going to happen in this league because you have a lot of great football players, a lot of great coaches. And I think every weekend will be exciting in this conference.
No doubt. And coach, also, man, for you guys, man, I'll tell you what, tell my listeners who should they look out for on both sides of the ball for you, because I know you all didn't play last year, so got people may have lost tracks. Tell us some key guys on both sides of the ball who should look out for when you all playing A&M and Alabama State, who's closest to us, and then also play down in FAMU and all other schools around the Atlanta area here.
Well, defensively, we have Tony Bowman, defensive end from last year. Ontario Johnson, a linebacker. We have Omari Hill Robinson. I'm sorry. He's a corner that has started for us for the last 2 years, and we also have Henry Miller, who's a corner who's been a 2-year starter for us. Those guys will be the nucleus of our defense. Offensively, we have Teron Mallard, we have Kamari Averett at tight ends. We have Nick Roos and Jamal Savage, who have both been 3-year starters for us on the offensive line. Quayshawn Bird is a starting running back that's back for his senior year. And we have Jonathan Thomas and Darryl Powell at receivers. So we have some guys that have some experience. We have some new guys that I'm not going to talk a whole lot about right now. We don't do the self-promoting or promoting period of a lot of our guys, and we don't do a whole lot of the social media things. The guys will be seen when it's time for them to be seen. That's just, what we do. And if it's time for us to give the conference or ESPN a depth chart or a scouting report, then that's fine. But other than that, we're just here working, doing what we do. We go out every day and we prepare to be the best football team, the best Bethune-Cookman University football team that we can be.
And Coach Sims, what's good about, Bethune is you're in Florida. So the recruiting ground is so fertile for you guys because everybody can't go to Miami, Florida State, or Florida, or UCF. So it's some guys that go there, they want to play, can come to play Bethune-Cookman. So tell us about, the recruiting you all doing, how the portal is going to help you all get talent even more down there to play for you guys.
Well, I think, we have a fertile recruiting ground in Florida, but I think the thing that people have to understand, Florida is oversaturated with recruiting. Everyone comes to Florida to recruit, regardless of what state their school is in. A lot of people come to Florida. We've been lucky to keep a lot of Florida talent home. A lot of kids that have played some great football for us are from the state of Florida. But when you really look at it, we're going out to find football players that fit. Football players that fit what we want to do, football players that have the character that we're looking for. We're not just going out looking for football players. We're looking for young men that have a purpose in life, young men that want to do better with themselves in life. Obviously the talent, works in there, but we're looking for good people. And I think that's important when you start talking about college football programs and the things that need to happen for you to be successful in today's football world.
Last one for you, Coach. A fun question for you. Last one for you. When you come to Atlanta, Coach, what's your favorite spot to eat here?
Ooh, tough. That's tough, man. Hey, listen, I visit Atlanta a lot, and you know, I'm gonna tell you, I probably will say if anybody would give me a choice, what is it, the Flying Biscuit?
Yes, that's
I
it.
can do that. I can do that. So I can go with the Flying Biscuit. I can do that.
Well, Coach, if you come to town, let me know. You got my number, Coach. I can take you some spots. We want soul food. You want some seafood. You want some Italian, some Asian. I got you.
Juicy crab ain't bad either, baby.
Yes, you got that right. It's one downstairs from my house, man. So yes, I love it. Hey, we already on. Like Martin, we here on that juicy crab. It is. Yes, sir. Well, Coach Seal, thank you for your time today. It's good to talk to get with you again, Coach. Best luck to you guys. The Wildcats will be cheering for you guys, man. I hope you all do well. I hope you all represent the swag really well and tear up the East, man.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. Look forward to talking to you with you again anytime. I'm here.
Appreciate it, Coach. You be safe, man.
All right, you too.
All right.